Welcome back, everyone. We have finals time yet again. We are going to have game 3 here between ROOTsheth and capoch. And I'm not sure what Seth is on about. Winning is a lot less fun if you do it wrongly and unfairly. I don't know what that's going to be about. But I'm sure they're just a little bit of banter. I am Unstable, joined with me with is Atlair, bringing you the FXopen finals between capoch and ROOTsheth as we jump into it on Zelnaga Caverns.
Yeah, great to be here. It's such a great set already. Oh, it's really, really good. I think ROOTsheth was actually talking... He was talking about how, like, as a Protoss player, if he wins with, like, a Dark Shrine, like a DT Rush, he's not feeling really good after that match. He's feeling really, that was really chancy. Whereas if you win a game like, capoch just did, with the Colossi Giant Army, the out-macro style sort of play, you leave that game feeling confident. You feel like you can overcome the Zerg opponent.
Definitely.
I think that's what ROOTsheth was talking about, yeah.
Yeah, that's alright, but this map is more... It's... Oh no, you still can do a lot of early aggression as a Protoss, but it's a lot more on even grounds than Steps of War. I was honestly really surprised that we didn't see some 4-gate action from capoch, as we did see that as he versus Moonglade and Edge earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, so it looks like the same build by ROOTsheth. He's going to be going for that 14 gas, 13 pull yet again. He really loves that build. It's a really safe build versus Protoss. It can defend 2 gates easily. You can get speedlings really, really early. You can get an early expansion quite well, as I was talking about last game, with that really beautiful timing for the expansion. You can go either way if he's blocking, which is almost a certainty, basic, with his probe, which you will be looking. So it looks like ROOTsheth will be scouting on 15, just checking it out. He's going to be seeing that probe coming up the ramp, so he will know that there's going to be some sort of block going on. He's not going to expand quite yet. I expect him just to run across the map, or is he? He's just going to use his overlords to scout, it seems. Sounds kind of interesting, actually. So we've got 50 minerals until the expansion goes down. Are we going to see any expansion by ROOTsheth? Oh, is he going to get blocked? He hasn't put it down quite yet, so it could be... He can get it down quite now, and it does indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a blunder on capoch's place. Just keeping a little bit of a better eye on that probe would have delayed that hatchery even further. But really just standard stuff from capoch so far. So, looks like ROOTsheth... I like the way ROOTsheth is doing these builds, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it has this really nice sense of timing to it. It looks right, and he seems to get everything at this good time. Like, he seems to, like, he builds 2 Zerglings, right? And then he has immediately enough for a Queen. It looks like he's really practiced them, and they're really nicely polished, and he has a plan for everything, which is such a good idea. It's so really good. It's like, it looks really polished, it looks really beautiful, it looks very, very different from a lot of Zerg players who kind of do it in the moment. They go off the cuff and say, I'm going to go for a hatch first, or whatever. So it looks like we'll be seeing a gateway starting by capoch, so not earlier, but around normal timing. So we could be seeing a few things. We could be seeing a gate, but we are seeing a second Zealot finishing, so we are seeing some sort of gas-heavy strategy here, which should be interesting. We've got a Sentry coming out now, so the 4-gate is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, definitely, but he's only just started getting gas now. Sorry. ROOTsheth has pulled his guys out of gas, so he's going to be going for that speed lead kind of stuff. But really, we've got 3 gates coming again for capoch. Haven't seen a 4th yet, unless I'm blind, but we do have this probe hanging out up the back here. Not sure what he's going to be doing.
He will be doing something interesting. You can almost expect it. He will be putting a pylon somewhere up this corner of the map, so you can have this unexpected push by ROOTsheth. ROOTsheth will basically see this. He won't be seeing a Stalker, and he will be pretty worried, I would imagine. I think he'd be expecting the same sort of build, but I wouldn't expect a 4-gate if I was ROOTsheth. I'd expect the same sort of build as he did last time, with a sort of fake 4-gate into expansion, like 3-gate expand, which is a really good idea if he gets ROOTsheth to overbuild drones, but it looks like ROOTsheth isn't not droning that hard at the moment. He's getting a lot of Zerglings,
oh,
it seems.
Almost
so
the perfect force field to trap those lings, but one hexagon off. That is going to be really frustrating.
Yep, and it looks like of sentries, so he will know that there's some sort of aggression is coming unless expansion goes down soon. However, I would bet an expansion is going down soon, with this pylon going down in the place that indicates it. Yeah, he's saving up his minerals. He is not going to do it. He's going to wait a little minute. He's going to build a few zealots before he does. Looks like spine crawls are going down for ROOTsheth at the moment in production. He's building a roach warren and drones. A really good bet by ROOTsheth. He still has time to defend. He can see that expansion is going down, so roaches are a really nice bet at the moment for ROOTsheth. It's going to pay very good dividends if he can drone hard enough at this time.
Yeah, definitely. The expansion has gone down, and ROOTsheth has noticed that, so he's probably going to just continue to drone as hard as he can as he takes up the lair with this Roach Warren, probably get all his gas to go for either some Roach Hydra or Mutalisk play. I got to be putting my money on the fact he'll do another creep highway again, though, because that seemed extremely effective. Especially on this map, as you can't actually force field him out because there's so many entrances.
It seems to me like it's like Chef's trick. Do you know what I mean? Pylon is starting, however, up in the third expansion, third expansion, so we will be seeing some sort of little proxy action. Maybe when a battle's going on, a few Zelts come into the mineral line, something similar to that. However, it just looks like Chef at the moment, just kind of droning up a little, getting his lair up. Really good bet. He knows, like I said, he knows he has time. That creep highway will be a good thing. Same build by Capoch. I am expecting Colossi are going to be earlier. I would expect Colossi actually. Than before, because I think Capoch will feel very uncomfortable that he only got Colossi at the last minute. It was very clutch by him, using his force shields, which he got so many sentries earlier on for, to get. However, we aren't seeing a hallucination by him, so no hallucination quite yet, so we aren't going to be seeing any sort of weird scouting methods. I guess he's going blind, I would assume. It's kind of awkward, I would think.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing some kind of push fairly soon. We do have a lot of roaches coming out now for ROOTsheth, as he's just dominating in the economy war here. 46 to 33, continuing to drone. His lair is now up. He's getting roach speed. No Hydra Den yet, but he is getting all his gas, so he's going to start production of those tier 2 units fairly soon, as Hydras are fairly gas intensive.
It also looks like he's going to be grabbing his third expansion quite soon, working on the rocks. Even if he's not going to be grabbing a sim, it's always a good idea to get them down so you don't have to have that small weight. Roaches are also going to chuck them down as well. More and more roaches in production at the moment. He may be getting Hydras, but I'd say he'd be pretty hesitant this time around of getting Hydras. I would like to see Roachling. Roachling seems to be pretty decent, so long as you can get a good flank on the Colossi with the Lings, it's really good. It also benefit him quite well with this creep highway using Roachling, because Lings are so quick on creep, and roaches just dominate. When they're on creep, they just own the whole field. It's really, really beautiful to see on creep roaches. We are going to see Burrow started.
Sorry to interrupt you, but these two pylons down near the back of his base are a really good idea by Capoch. Oh, here we go. We got an engagement here. Great force fields cutting off Chef's army in half here on Zelnaga. That is really frustrating for that to happen, as it isn't a massive perch, but these two pylons are just stopping any kind of run by, which is a really smart play by Capoch. As Chef does get his third base, and Roach Burrow is on the way. Robotics facility is about to finish for Capoch, so we'll probably see Robotics Bay and some Immortals come out pretty much instantly, as he is having a very roach-heavy army.
Definitely, I would hope that he would be getting Immortals rather than Colossi. It always makes me feel a lot better when I see Protoss getting more than like 5 Immortals mid-game, because it's something you don't see. Nobody tries on masses Immortals, and you have some pretty damn good results. A Hydra Den is starting. Not a good idea by Chef. Really not a good idea. The Tunneling Claws is starting now, and Chef has already got the actual Burrow. So it looks like he's going to be waiting a little while. I really don't agree with this Hydra Den. I think I can see him losing in the same sort of way with the Hydras. I mean, he's not going to be doing a really early push, which I think is actually going to not benefit him at all. I think it's going to put him downhill, because there's not going to be any stall sort of going on. However, it looks like he's going to be getting a Robo Bay right now. Capoch has started it. It's about a third of the way through, so I wonder if Chet's going to see it. I mean, Capoch must be guessing he's going Roach Hydra, and I think Capoch would be in a pretty decent place right now, getting his rocks down for his back third expansion. I'm not sure which is the third here, to be honest, the back one or the front one.
Yeah, definitely. So Capoch just sending in that suicidal zealot. We'll see that it is a mainly Roach army, so hopefully he does get an Immortal or two out to help out with that. The Immortal is on the way. The Robotics Bay is going to finish right about now, as we do see a second Robotics facility being dropped down by Capoch as he takes his third base. But let's have a look here. We got 140 supply versus 104 right now. So definitely favouring Chef. He's also getting his fourth base up the back here. He's at 55 drones to 47 probes. A fairly passive game for both players. I don't think we've seen Capoch attack even once, which is kind of a mistake, I feel. He really needs to put the pressure on Chef, because Chef is good enough to realise when he can and can't drone, and he's just going to take advantage of that. Nice contaminate on that robotics facility by Chef, though. Going to delay that second Immortal at 4:30 seconds, and if he can keep that Overseer alive, which he might do. Actually, I think he's going to lose.
No, the cutoff. No, there's a cutoff, unfortunately. Yeah, bit shame. But a really good move, getting that pardon me, getting that contaminate on the Robo Bay, and it looks like this little Overlord here behind the Robo Bay could really go into an Overseer and get it again and again, because I'm pretty sure Stalkers couldn't reach that. He can just pop in and out, pop in and out. I'm pretty sure you could get that. So it looks like all the Burrow Tech has finished. However, it looks like there is a Overseer, just an Observer following the Zerg units, so it looks like he will be keeping track of the units quite well. Bit of a mineral build-up for Sheth, that's unavoidable when you have 72 drones, so Sheth's really dominating the army, except when Colossi comes out, it really evens out no matter what food you have.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, we see a Spire. I don't see a Spire. No, there is. Oh my god, how did I miss that? Corruptor's coming out now for Sheth to help deal with these Colossi. He's extremely roach heavy, so hopefully he can get a good flank as he does have 4 bases up to capoch 3. Let's have a quick look at the upgrades now for these guys. We do have 0-1 for capoch. We have 0-1 for Sheth as well. More Spine Crawlers going down at the gold expansion for Sheth. Right now, it looks like he's just after that gas. We do not see any Infestation Pit or any attempt at Hive Tech just yet. But he is at a fairly suitable point for drones. Right about now is the time that Sheth will probably want to try and start trading armies, because we saw this happen to Moonglade versus capoch. Moonglade was so far ahead, he had banked about 10,000 minerals, about 5,000 gas, but he waited so long that capoch's 200 army just waltzed through him, and he didn't have the time to get his reinforcements built. So hopefully we don't see Sheth fall to that same ploy, as we do have him go. It looks like he's going to be going around the side. I don't really feel like I agree with this if he goes down here, because they're just like a massive choke point for those Colossi. And oh, here we go. Looks like we do have capoch moving out. Sheth's completely out of position with his roaches, and we do have another hatchery down in the middle as well. So hopefully we have an observer with the army here for capoch. No, he doesn't, because he's not killing that creep tumor. The burrow roach will work fairly well, and here we go. We do have these roaches coming in. Great force fields from capoch as the corruptors come in. So many corruptors though. That is a lot of corruptors here. We got about 8 or 9. They are just corrupting everything, dropping those colossi with ease and just completely mocking up capoch's army here. We're now down to 127 supply to 161 as these roaches chase down the immortals.
Yeah, it looks like those corruptors really were taking names there. They were just corrupting the crap out of everything there. It was really, really awesome. I thought that he actually built a few too many, but it actually seemed to work out for him really well. He had a nice mix. I'm just surprised those roaches didn't die a little quicker, but like I said, it worked out really well, and the beautiful thing was he brought the Overlords with his Corruptors, so it was really hard to focus fire the Corruptors effectively. It looked like those Overlords were taking a bit of hits and tanking quite well for him, so really thoughtful play by Sheth. However, he does have a Zealot in his mineral line. Not sure how many drones he lost. He must have lost a few there, but it looks like he is all safe and sound now. That pylon that was made earlier did really pay for itself. It really did. It was a really good play. However, we've seen loads of Hydras coming in. Really smart response by Sheth. He knows that not many more Colossi are being built. However, there are 3 more. I really don't rate this army, however, despite how many Hydras there are. When you have that many Corruptors, it's just so hard to deal with. It really is the counter to Colossus, and I think that not enough Zerg players use them effectively.
Yeah, definitely. So we are going to see ROOTsheth going in for an attack on the 3rd here, I think. Here we go. So bringing Overlords as well to try and tank some damage. Going to be running straight into this Nexus. If he can snipe this Nexus, it will be huge. As Sheth is already at 200, and we got 168 for capoch. As we do have an engagement here, we got to be careful on those force fields. Great force fields going down. Corruption on all the Colossi already. They're just one-shotting these Colossi now. 2 left. 1 Colossi. Oh no, almost 1 Colossi. 1 Colossi left. And ROOTsheth just dominating everything that capoch has right now with great unit control. And that looks like it could be all over.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing play. I mean, capoch did well to focus by those Corruptors, but while he was doing that, the other units were just taking so much damage. Really smart play by Sheth. This really shows why he is one of the best Zergs around. He's not really known for his macro style of play, but at the moment he's just... Oh, he's doing so well. He's playing exactly how he should be playing against these Colossi. Lots more Stalkers popping out, however, I don't think it's going to be enough. Doesn't matter if he does defend this push here. We are seeing loads of Infestors and Roaches and Corruptors just popping back and finishing now. Creep Pyre kind of building up in the middle. Creep Bomb almost. But it looks like we will be seeing all of the units coming in, and we will be seeing one final attack. Colossi does, however, go down, and we will be seeing... That's basically it. That is all she wrote for this. GG by capoch. That does wrap up Game 3 on Zilnaga Caverns.
Nice. So it's going to be 2-1 in favor of ROOTsheth. 2 games yet to play if we actually have a best of 5. So we just need 1 more win for Sheth, and you could take it home 3-1. But it's do or die time for capoch.